So we'll be looking into our experiment number 2, that is 4-stroke, study of 4-stroke diesel engine and 2-stroke diesel engine. Here we have this cut section of our 2-stroke diesel engine first. Again, the construction of this 2-stroke diesel engine is same as that of our previous experiment. This is this is the cut section of the cylinder. This is the cylinder. This is the piston, and this is the connecting rod. The pin which connects to the piston is Goodyear pin. Pin which connects to the crank, the black one, is the crank pin. And of course, the difference between the previous video and this one is we do not have a carburetor over here. Apart from, means in lieu of carburetor, we have a fuel injector. That is, what is the prime difference? Now we'll be briefing in what is the prime difference between a 2-stroke petrol and a 2-stroke diesel or 2-stroke SI and CI engine is, first of all, CI stands for compression ignition and SI is spark ignition. So spark ignition is otherwise called as petrol and CI is otherwise called as diesel. Let us remember the strokes. What was happening over there was when we were moving the piston from the first stroke, that was suction and compression, was accomplished by movement of the piston from bottom dead center to top dead center. Now you can see the light which glows over here is, of course, you should not take it as a spark plug. This is not the spark plug. This is the point in which the fuel is injected inside the system. And when the piston moves from bottom dead center to top dead center, this is the pressure difference is created and the air is injected inside the system or sucked into the system. So what we have learned from petrol engine is, during the time of suction stroke, only air and fuel both are sucked in. In case of diesel engine, only air is sucked inside the cylinder. But at the end of the compression stroke, that is suction and compression, once it is finished, the fuel injector injects the fuel and the fuel is compressed to that temperature and pressure, because pressure is directly proportional to temperature, that once the diesel fuel is injected inside, it automatically catches fire and the piston again moves from top dead center over here to bottom dead center and power stroke is accomplished. Remember the function of this transfer port and the crankcase compression. I ain't gonna brief you in those concepts right now here, because you should have these two key terms as a doubt in your mind, which will help you to compare the 2-stroke diesel and 2-stroke petrol engine by linking the experiment number 1 and experiment number 2. So the key points that you should remember over here is crankcase compression and this function of this transfer port. Keep it in mind. I am making this video short, crisp and sweet as well, so that the long video in experiment number 1 can be properly compared to and you can understand the function of this 2-stroke diesel engine. But let me brief you in simple. The diesel engine works in the concept like 2-stroke diesel engine works in the concept like the piston moves from bottom dead center to top dead center. At the same time, the partially compressed air fuel mixture, I beg your pardon for this, the partially compressed air only, it moves to the top and the fuel is injected, and the second stroke, that is the power or expansion and exhaust, that takes place simultaneously in the movement of the piston from top dead center to bottom dead center. Many a times we have seen these things in our classroom, but just to have a recapitulated view, the design of the piston the design of the piston is same, that it helps to push on the gas to exhaust port over here, and that process is called as scavenging. Try to correlate with experiment number 1 and experiment number 2 as well as our class lectures for a better clarity. Thank you. So guys, welcome back again to our model of 4-stroke diesel engine. So working and all those concepts are same over here, and you can see what is the difference. As we have already briefed in the 2-stroke engine, there is no much difference in 4-stroke Apart from all the 4-stroke, that is suction, compression, expansion and exhaust, are accomplished in a single revolution of the crankshaft. I beg your pardon, in 2 revolutions of the crankshaft in 4-stroke engine and single revolution of crankshaft in 2-stroke engine. That's why when we solve numericals, we take the power to be N by 2 in 4-stroke engine and capital N in 2-stroke engine. The construction over here, you can see this is the assembly in which the fuel injection system takes place, or you can take it as an assembly of fuel injection system, and this part could be taken as a fuel injector. You know that in TDC, when the piston is at TDC, the suction stroke takes place, and during the time of suction stroke, the air is injected inside the cylinder, and in the compression stroke, the piston pushes the air and increases its pressure as well as the temperature. As you can see, the light has glowed. It means that now is the time that the fuel is injected inside the system, and you got an air fuel mixture in the cylinder itself. Now once it is compressed, you will get the ignition without the help of spark plug, because it is auto ignited with the help of why? Because the compression ratio of diesel engine is more and the total cylinder volume of diesel engine is more. That's why it is auto ignited, apart from several other reasons what we have already seen. Then the 3rd stroke is the expansion, in which you get the power to develop, and the final stroke is the exhaust, in which the outlet valve over here opens and the air fuel mixture and burnt air fuel mixture expels out, which you can see it from your exhaust or the silencer of your automobile, let it be 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler. I guess this all clears your doubt, because many a times we have seen these things. But if at all, if any of the doubt persists with you, then of course myself and Mr. Sunny is in our lab, who is helping me with making this video, is there to help you out. We'll be really happy to assist you, myself and Sunny. Apart from Isaac and Mr. Salim is also there. He can fix you up if any issue persists. Thank you.